Testing, 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 testing. Okay, that's apparently streaming. Wait. I am trying something new. Ooh. Hey. I am trying something very new. I am trying out a YouTube stream. Well, no, that's actually named the whole stream in advance. I don't name these things in advance. I just put them on afterwards. That's brilliant. That's the beauty of my naming convention. You see, I wait until after I've done something, and then I name it. Now I don't know how. I don't have two monitors for this, so I've got to like watch my own stream in another window. So, hey, I think I'm running. Well, roughly on time. So I'm going to say, yeah, we're going to jump in. Resume. Streaming Emporium. We have reputation. My main thing does not have reputation. I had to bail myself out ridiculously. I did not click the download button. Star trekking across the cup of space. Actually, no, if Borg saw the Kerbal ship, they just go, you know what, just leave that one alone. Just leave that one alone. But should we not assimilate it and claim its technology? Oh, added to. This was telling me it was added to the crew. Yes. Okay, so we got to do a orbital pickup meet. We grabbed everything in here. We got another easy rescue mission. I say they're easy, but they're not actually that easy. Part 2 vessels next to each other around the Mun. What did I go wrong? I'm sorry. You're being serious. Right, so no point sending the one that we usually send up for rescuing people, which I have actually saved and is inside my little folder here. Lander test. Actually, no, we had lander test. Yes, there's a lander test here, and I want to... Actually, you know what? We're going to do that first. It's only 69 grand, it's a cheap rocket. But we're going to go up, land with our 8 legs. He's going to hop off. Blup, 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 blup. Drop off. Blup, 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 blup. And then... I wonder if we put more ladders on this thing. But now, we're going to drop off, take off with our remaining 2 engines, and get back to Kerbin. doing the important mission of dropping this off and leaving this thing behind. Again, I almost feel like I could stick a science bay thing in here, but I haven't got the level 3 pods yet, so I can't take 3 people at a time. I need the engineer. So yeah, we are going to try deploying this like a spider pod thing and leaving it on the moon, constantly under power from the yeah, that's fine. Hopefully that won't backfire on me. Whee! I was like, tweak us just a little to make us go a little off center on our trajectory. Okay, we sort of locked ourselves in on a slight angle, so we're not going straight up, we're going slightly off to the side. Ever so slightly. I mean, if I wanted to guarantee that we're going to go very far into space, I would simply slap some more boosters on this thing, and then cackle maniacally as they go like halfway to the moon in the first booster rockets. And weep because I wasted an entire segment of rockets. Like, okay, maybe I should just like send this bit. Getting up, so it's thrust. That's not currently very high. Yeah, wastes a little bit of burn fuel, but the end result was getting a lot further out. And we have already set ourselves up with a slight maneuver here, so oh, we need to be well further out. That's better. Wow. According to this, our burn time is like 4 minutes. We're only 240. Out of our 400. So that's actually as far as things go, pretty well as far as burn times go. Now again, we are going to set off our burn. It wants us to burn for 4 minutes. We're going to set our burn going about 2 minutes 40-ish, roughly. Stop fighting me, system. I was going to say warp to thing, because actually we're well within our burn time. Okay, I'm doing that because the thing's refusing to stay where I'm telling it to put it. So it's refuse. Okay, so just got another 4. Lock you in place, you can't move. Three minutes. Thing. 2 minute. close enough. Not exactly 50-50, but it wasn't exactly 4 minutes, 2 minutes 40. Well, actually, no, it would be 2 minutes 10. Since it was 4:19, but we'll launch it a little early so we can get some extra time. Get some extra stretch time here. Now, our weight to thrust ratio is slowly improving and growing in strength because we're losing weight. The lighter we get, the more powerful it becomes. I do have quite a few fuel tanks on board. I could technically make a squatter unit, but I like having excess fuel, a considerable amount of excess fuel. So and that's always good. It's climbing mostly because we're starting to gain traction and, you know, acceleration. We are far enough out, getting far enough out away from curbing that we are our weight to thrust ratio is slowly taking over in our favour. We're also getting lighter, but that's neither here nor there. Burn the engine, burn! At least it's not pointing at the ground, so we're not going straight down. Burn, baby, burn. Little cub in space program, burning, burn. Do do dee do dee do. Frost. Hey, I need frost. All the frost now. I can't do it, I don't have the power. Which was never actually true. He always really didn't, so he could make it look like a miracle worker. And then again, a good captain, a good first officer, does not give his captain what he asks for. He gives his captain what he needs. And that is a big difference. Well, we've set to burn about 240, so... which is 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Now, scratch that. 260. Because it was 2 minutes. That 240 is just exactly 2 minutes. So we're starting to hit the desired position and desired speed, so we're slowly... yeah, I'm not going after this guy's craft at the moment, I'm into the moon. Apparently if you go into custom mode, you can launch like there. Which was nice, but at the same time it's like... meh. Target you, stay where I put you. Again, I don't know why in the manual mode it goes away on its own, but when you're doing it automatic it doesn't do that. It somehow stays put. Oh, we're almost there. Not gonna match though, because we yeah, 76 is not too bad. I suppose. I could waste a little bit more fuel. I mean, I got 2 minutes and 20 seconds here, so just push this out a little wider. Thank you. Right, where are you, Moon? One, where are you? You're all the way over there. You're about a mile and a half away from me. It'll take quite a few rotations before I catch up to you. 0.8. The less weird your angle is, the better. 0.3. Minus 0.3. Sometimes moving it away from the actual node is better. That it's another 0.2, so we can live with a 0.1, and we are going down. We've got time. We have plenty of time to go whee and float around. It's gonna take it's 40 minutes before we hit the point, so ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Okay, let's see. Okay, so far I've ascertained I'm live. And that's about it. Right, we are roughly in position. So, away we go! Because guess what? That's anti-normal is going to be the same anti-normal there as is there. And we got plenty of time. The moon's going around this way. So we can do a few laps here before we come anywhere near the catching up to the thing. So I've got quite a lot more time to sit, tinker and alter my ship's trajectory. And plenty of fuel. Oh, so much fuel. 30, 20, and burn. Now he's set to fall normal, so he'll just go stay normal regardless. Even his target wanders off over there somewhere. Yeah, 0.2. It's weird every time you do the whole maneuver thing, and it will blip you all over the place, to be honest. Right. Now, what if I do this maneuver tomorrow? Counters it in 3 days. Decent enough thing. Yeah. Sensibility mode on, where we can't tell it to turn away from, get off the pointing down thing. Pilot's free watching people right now, and I can't say, I don't know who's here. So if you're here, say hi. Greet. I promise I'm not violent, despite my cuddly name and demeanor. That's it, go and straight ship, little ship. Move, I want to go. It's only 50-second burn time here. We have 116 fuel. I really could have ditched some of my fuel capacity and slotted in a science station, because we are like well over par when it comes to our fuel. Whee! Oh, now you do this. Announce the game sort of aspect of this, like announce the game. Like any But looks like you said the streams go live at some point. And he goes, hi. Right, which way is this going? That up? That is up. When he gets good enough to do this on his own, it'll be great. Let us go. Oh yeah. And he'll lock himself in the spot. Whee! Come on. I thought you'd be a little further around than that. I guess I'll meet that in 3 days. On the plus side, our science experiment over there is like ping data back. Slowly and surely it'll get to 1%. Eventually. Apparently watching goop in a little test tube is not very scientific. I thought that was the pinnacle of science. What do you do for a living? I watch goop. Oh my god, you're a goop watcher? Yes. Well, how do you find the time of day to do anything else? I mean, how do you find enough time to watch goop? It's impressive, I know, but you know, I watch that goop. All day. Every day. You'll be impressed with the amount of goop I watch. Yes, I am quite aware that I just do more than watch goop jar. But the joke wouldn't work otherwise if I said that. If I said something else. Yes, I'm watching the paint dry at a slow molecular rate. This is incredibly exciting. I mean, just within the time I've been talking to you, I've already seen 15 molecules settle in a dry status. That'll do. Because, okay. Warp to here. Well, you were very far away. Oh, I can't let me up there. I don't think I'm going to encounter the moon right now. I feel like to. Okay, that's 2 days away. Actually, while we're sat here, hold on. Actually, no, I will do the satellite dish after I've parked. Let's set ourselves over here in a 2-day span from now. Whee! That little guy's gonna get dizzy. Ah! You spin me right round, baby, right round. Thankfully, it's just time speeding up, but God, could you imagine if that's actually the speed of going around? Let me off this wild ride! My brains are going into my feet! What the? Oh, Stellar Agency Corp. Is that just me, or is that thing telling me it wants to go straight into the planet? As much as I would like to do that, Moon, in this particular instance, I would very much like to go around you, not catapult straight into you. I'm not entirely sure why I'm going at an angle, weird angle either, but let's try that, shall we? Then we hit the brakes. Beep. Oh, that's a bit of a weird angle, isn't it? closer. Actually, not too close, otherwise I'll go really weird on it. That'll do. Burn time, 39 seconds. Yes. I have 39 seconds worth of fuel. I have 65 seconds worth of fuel. I can, and that's just in the main module. I haven't even touched the secondary units yet. I haven't even touched secondary units. This is still the main engine. And catch. Aha, gotcha. Now to do something about this really freaky. Sometimes it does this, you like get a perfect trajectory, it's like, I'm just going to spear myself into the moon. Forget going around it. I want to cannonball into it. Yes. I hope we no crash, mate. I can actually technically start a slow burn. Because we don't want to crash. The idea of this rocket is to get there. Park. Drop. Park. Drop off the lower half of my pod. Set up some science on this place. And go home. And if this works, it'll be a nice setup for design for things like Mimos. 2, 1. Come on. That's it. Get us in orbit. I gotta say I'm gonna set all. You know what? That's fine. 120,000, more than enough. I've got 30 seconds of fuel left in this thing. What am I supposed to do with 131 seconds of fuel? I'll advance to here, time to here and see where. Whee! Technically I could try for the parking. Yes, hail science! But it's, we have too much fuel available. Technically speaking, you got him flying around at his height. Also, when you're in the thing, going for lunar landings, ensure you are set to land, not water. I didn't realise that last time. It turns out this is 5,000 feet shorter. I thought it was still 5k in the air. I plowed into the side of a mountain. This is not a bad site to land on, to be honest. We are fairly sunny over here. I just want to use my fuel up. That should have brought, nope, 58,000. There you go. We are on trajectory to land. With no landing strut and a humongously long ship. This part was not supposed to be here still. Actually, if you take this top bit off, if you actually take this bit off, this tail section here off, it looks like I made a German. I didn't realise what it looks like. I look like I've made myself a German hand grenade. I am going to bomb the moon. And I will actually end up doing that because I will jettison my lower half and it will plow happily into the moon's surface. Because I have too much fuel and I can't land with this part. This part is not landing. It's not supposed to even be here. It's supposed to have run out of fuel ages ago and been flung off. It's zooming time. We'll wait till we get to into the thousands. 200,000, 165,000, 100,000, 99,000. Battles to go, 99 battles to go. Now the battles to wrap. Years to go. Goodbye. Think. So yeah, I could have actually got away with putting a science module in here and ditching one of my fuel canisters. Because I got here with 30 seconds of fuel left. Which for that engine is probably one canister's worth. But it's taken evenly throughout the whole thing and it weighed a ton. Right, now that we've got rid of that thing, advance time. So I want to get down to the 50,000? By the way, when I see that explode, I'm gonna know a different sign to have hit the brakes by now. See, at the moment, 400 meters a second isn't too bad, but our weight to thrust ratio on this is 3. So wherever we pump out, we have 3 times as much thrust. So 60 newtons is essentially worth 180 newtons of that, which is more than enough to outweigh this whole vessel. So we have 3 times the thrust. It looks like we outweigh ourselves. So we will stop quickly. Case in point, see how fast it's going down. Now we actually need to go down really quick because we are 400 and only 29,000 to go. You still want to get down to like 100 by 10,000. At which point you go, yay, and you don't explode. Actually, no, you go yay and then you still don't explode. But you see, the balloon is very low gravity and our thrust to weight ratio is going up. And we can maintain this burn for this power for another 180 seconds. And that's with the fuel we've got. Let's see, we slow down the throttle here a little bit because we are still at 100. We're still at 17,000. We're a little faster than he is, so hey, we want to be essentially down like less than 10k by the time we get 100. I'll prefer we went down to 3 or 4, to be honest. Because with the current weight ratio, thrust ratio we're got here, we will outpace our freight weight. At full pelt, we are 3 points over. At the moment, we're thrusting just slightly more than our weight allowance is. So it's got pretty rapid deceleration. Gears down. I have more gears this time. I still like the little engine because it helps you land better. It bounces you better. Yep, quick tweak for the surface because we're under a certain distance. We are still going 80, but that's fine. We've still got 6,000 to go. I'm going to minus that, so 6,000. The problem is I don't measure to here. If you take control from here, it goes whee! It'll spin round. We're going to be in a crater. Not looking at. It doesn't look like we're going to hit the side walls. We're going to hit the flat bit in the middle. You say, hope that's flat in the middle. It looks like a crater within a crater, so I'm hoping it's a giant ridge. There would have been better. Or slap down there in the middle. Yeah, we're doing like. We're going very slow. But we need to accelerate. We need to, we can cut the acceleration here for a bit, because we've still got 3,000 meters to go, and we're only down to 30s. Down at 30s here. We're not accelerating, we're not going down fast enough to, get there in like less than an hour. It will take a while. Hell, it's been half an hour for what we've done so far. I'm going to extend my antenna, just for the fun. Oh, apparently got a great broadband signal up here. There we go. See, I can beat this clock. I can get down to low than he, less than 20 faster than he can. Nice, steady deceleration. Unfortunately, I can't shift all my fuel into the top thing because the tanks are full. Okay, this crater at the bottom here looks pretty flat. Looks like you hit a flat zone before you hit the bowl before you hit the dip. It's handy. 100,000 meters to go. I don't want to go too slow, or it would literally take an age to get down here. Actually, no, get too slow too quick, and we'll actually start accelerating, and that would be bad because we're going to take off again. And the whole point is to land this bit, park it, detach, and take off. I keep looking down because I'm watching for my shadow. There it is. You get a little wibbly wobbly when you go too slow because it starts trying to find its center thing. So I think, well, yeah, at this point I'm just going to go stable. Because that way this moves, it won't be a problem. That'll go whoop and try and flee. We're 200 meters up and I'm going 4 miles an hour. I'm going 4 meters an hour here. Ooh, bang on 5.9. Lovely. So we can drop to 4. A real soft landing. Yeah. We're going down slow. It's not the most exciting thing, but it's a relaxing stream. Oh, don't miss it now, Demonox. No, you don't. No, no, you don't. I almost missed that. I'm gonna stay. You know what? I'm gonna stay roughly around the 10 mark because it seems that's a all right, and we want to be landing as flat as we can. Stay, stay, stay. I don't believe we've done this. We are struggling to counter because we haven't got the thing to thrust us sidewards, and we're so tall. We're so tall, every time we come down to land, we wobble like that and we sway too far. Ugh. And you know, like, oh, I got tons of fuel. It's like, I've had to do 3 blinking takeoffs and landings now. Without the advanced control modules, these taller crafts struggle to land. Because they are so tall, they wibble wobble all over the place. Land, you big bugger. No again. Well, there went our module. Can you even get out? Nope. Obstructed, can't get out. Ew. Annoying little cretin. Oh, darn it. Okay, well, let's wait. We are going to have to wait until we have the ability to use command module thingies, the command thrusters things to sort of level us up. Because we are so tall. Because we're so tall, and I need the extra fuel to get away from the planet again. I mean, if it was technically squatter, maybe, but we shall just go retrieve the guys from space. I mean, only 90 off getting the I'll cancel that. We'll take these off because hold on. Yep. Crew Bill out. Let's go pick up the guy from around the moon. So we don't need these because we're not actually intending to get out. That would be easy for the guy to get on if I line up that way. Right, and since we've got doing this, let's take the science junior module up with us. and the science log system. Don't need that, because we're not transmitting. That's fine. That's fine, we're technically lighter. In fact, we can actually get significantly lighter because we are not landing on the moon. So here's thrust to weight ratio. Just improved. As did theirs. We'll go grab... Don't need the gears, so we're not landing. I need a science storage compartment. Because I'm keeping the module intact. It does make us look very stupid, but I don't care. I know this parachute can land this module because it's not that heavy. So yeah, we'll go pick up the guy from the moon. Thanks to the moon, which means very, very slow amounts of fuel needed to actually line us up. So we might just get 90% of it done with just him. Just this. Though the big trick on the moon thing is landing us in target. Getting us aligned up with a target. And that is the fun part. Yeah, that's that there. I do miss from Goebbels 2, Space Program 2, the ability to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left off. Whee! You know, you sacrifice what you can. Alright, go find that dude from the moon. We gotta curve ourselves. I mean, we have more than enough weight to thrust ratio going on here. Again, they get lighter, they get faster. And our thrust at this atmosphere is increasing. We're technically more aerodynamic because we are flying at an angle. We've got a little point in the front of us, so we're sort of curving away. Curving here. There we go. That's us in orbit. See, his thrust to weight ratio is a lot better. Now that's a 50, so that's better. So we were lighter, we also got further out. Just a little bit further out. So same malarkey. Same baloney. We're going to push ourselves to orbit. Wow, that's a big orbit. What was that, 5 minutes of burn time? Now do 4 minutes 6, wow. It's a faster burn time. It's a low burn time than last time. But then again, we are also several tons lighter. We are lighter than we were last time. So there is that. I don't trust it when it goes all the way down there, so... 64, so that's wrong. I like being over 100. So, where are you going? Don't try and correct yourself all the way back to straight, please. I want you in this alignment. You will stay in this alignment whether you like it or not. You're locked in. Trap you in a temporal lock. Wah. And boop. Boom. I'm probably a little off on this spinny around for you, but let's put you in the target system. Yep, well, that'll happen. I'm going to ignore that entirely. Because the weird thing where someone goes, wee! So I'm ignoring that entirely. This is what the target lock thing told me to do if we go around in orbit. And that's what I'm going to do. It said burn for about 4 minutes. So I'm going to burn for 4 minutes. And I don't care. I've decided that I'm going to do it. Oh yeah. Fly me to the moon. Hopefully not crashing along the way. Me do 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 do, let it do 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 do. La bum 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 ba dum bum, bum bum bum, ba da ba dum, ba da da, ba da dum, da 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 da. Yes, I am actually correcting this as I'm going. I'm still on the same trajectory, I'm just altering my thing, so it's like more in line. Technically I can hold off and start burning again here. I'm doing a better job of the thing. I'm actually on thinking in the air. If I had kept that up, that would have actually gone to flat. Without me doing any maneuvering. Haha. Let's see. Nope, we're still on path what we need. Let's just pull it in circle in a little bit. See if we can't force its my papyrus out a little. If we go down there, so it'll actually that'll spin back in the other direction. $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, 80, 90, 100, 130, 140. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. want to go to normal? We are quite literally eyeballing that. We just eyeballed that one. Apparently 1 second was all we need to burn. Like, pff, done. Pop, done. Hello, hello. What's going on here? We got like 6 minutes ago to get to the location, so. Yeah. Boom. 1, 2, 3, and done. Oh, we're good. We're good. Look at that. Perfectly in alignment, baby. Yeah. Once more, we just feel a little bit of thrust. According to that, in 3 days and 5 hours we will meet the moon. It's doing that weird thing where it's got the thing where it looks like we're about to crash into it. Let's set this up for when we're a little further in orbit. Again, one more. That's better. That's going to put us in a much better thing and not smash into moon orbit. A little better, and I'm a little happy about that. Today's weekend went. Well, this time around we're not trying to crash into the planet, we're trying to park up next to each other, which is handy because we're going to also try and take a guy from there and back home again. So, yeah, complete the mission objective, to be honest. Both of them. And we should get thanks for that. Hit the brakes, come on. Come on. Gens, where's much for you? Thing of this is when you start a maneuver, it's a bit like a boat. It doesn't technically stop on a dime, unlike a car, which like locks into your position exactly when you put the steering wheel, stop the steering wheel. This is like a boat. It does not look into that position. Away we go! I'm not worried about crashing, we have 100,000 up. We are well outside atmosphere. See, it clicked on the number of rotations because if our orbit was much bigger, it would be less rotations. Our orbit is not bigger. We have a short orbit, so a short orbit we will have. run this to about 30-ish. Again, the game thinks that we can hit acceleration on the dime, so it doesn't take that into account when it's giving its burn time. Which I think is what the new Kerbal Space Program does. It accepts that you cannot start on a go on a dime. Drink a beverage. If Beverage TM would like to sponsor me, that's fine. I'm sure everyone loves to be sponsored by Beverage TM. Down. When I get close, it's going to rocket off in its own little direction, so... Point forward, do it, baby. We are in non-smash into moon orbit. 3 hours to get to there, but that moon won't be in the position for another 2 days. Let's accelerate time for a bit, because we are not in orbit yet. Now we'll be in a moon encounter. You know, if I accelerate to here, what time to there, because that's the 2-day mark. That's where it wants us to go with the satellite. Stedler Engineering Corps. Yeah, Corps. So what does Stedler actually want us to do? I'll do the thing, rescue him, that's what we actually want to do. So there's a moon, that's the point, because we're going to be above 18,000 feet. That's something we haven't managed to do yet. Stop. Man, no possible space value. That's when you put it down on a Land Rover, a rover, and drive around. It's easier. Transport. Here you go. Stedman. This one. Put an unmanned probe in orbit with an antenna on it and go around the moon. That's actually handy to have because it sort of pumps it with it sort of creates a communications relay essentially, and like bing, 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 with communication relays. Very handy. Now we want an eccentric orbit here because we want to catch the little munchkin. So the more eccentric our orbit, the better. We also don't want to launch ourselves fully out of orbit. Because now we're setting him as target. It won't count the moon as target anymore because we are too close to it now. You can't really target the thing properly. I can chit chat for like half an hour, before I actually have to do anything. Thank God for time warp. Otherwise, you could literally sit there and wait an hour before you have to actually do an event. But then again, I think the game expects you to like launch multiple missions at once and use the timer system to tell it when it wants to stop. You know what, we'll do that and put ourselves on a slightly weird ecliptic orbit. And take a little bit more on the brakes. Because I don't want to go too far out. Come on. Stop swiveling in a completely wrong direction and get over there. You have power, so don't even think about telling me you don't have power. That one. Fly me to the moon, and please let me get back home safely. when the maneuver calculator is correct, does the job correctly, and you can target these maneuvers properly, you can get some really good piloting. You can get some really good maneuvers off. Because it'll, be what it's supposed to be, and you are going to try and float away again. For some reason it wants to go whoa and float in a different direction. The space, we don't have air resistance here, so don't give me that one. We're gonna probably go a little bit faster. There you go. Boom. Now we're generating a lot of power. We have a lot of fuel. And as we are not landing, we have more than enough fuel to get back home. We just gotta plan a maneuver to catch that guy. So, 0.2 off. That'll do me, baby. Right. 0.4 degrees off. I would like to get this bang on 0 for him. As close as possible. Good grief. How shallow. 0.1 burn apparently is all we need to pull off. The closer we get to like being dead level with him, the better. Because that'll give us a chance to catch him level, and once we're level on the same plane with him, it'll make our intercept orbits a lot nicer. Again, this guy's only like flying like a 11,000 up. We sure we've got land selected so we don't plow into the planet again. He is going really low. Dude, have you tried landing? And then you are going a little fast. So I gotta do 0.2 of a second here. That's like. So we can get thing back and go like really low thing and get like each second, so that's much better. It's easy to manage. So let's get within 10 seconds. So we're going to do a very, very slow burn. Close enough. Okay, 0.1. Yeah, I'd like it a little closer. Perfectly honest. Right. We're going the same rotational speed, so we need to catch him on this side. Come on, catch. Catch rad. Distance to target. Let's hit the brakes a little, and we can probably afford to go out a little from our predestined slam into planet maneuver. I can set the camera to lock on here. Can't remember how you do it, but there you go. I've locked the camera on there now. Focus the moon. Makes it a little easier to eyeball what's this and not what's going on. So we need to get ourselves in just the right position to capture you. Now, apparently it won't capture you at all this way. See? That's why it's not locked in. We need to... Okay, that's 4.6 kilometers. That's actually a pretty close. That is pretty close. He's going around faster than we are because he's got a very small orbit. And he's doing small. But this is like 8-second burn, which is going to give me a lot of fuel. Because I got like 338 seconds here in the second engine. There's going to be a lot of fuel to align myself up to make an orbit trip home again. No, hit the brakes, brake. I want up. My orbit means I'm going to be a day out, but then again, the data coming from that probe thingy I've left on back on Gerben will keep on tracking for a day. Whee! Well, when we go out of camera, we'll lock onto him properly and then we'll move properly again. $50 seconds, 48%. Need 2, 1, burn. It's not quite where I wanted it, but you know what? Gosh darn it! Again, it's knocked me off. Like it's angled me off. The sending nose altered, so I'm off back away of angle again. Go figure on that one. Now I want to actually be retrograde on target. So when I get close enough, about here. Again, hold on, cancel. Yeah, we need to be able to move to the right spot. Let's, that's 41 minutes, we got 51, so I guess it's 10 minutes to get into position. Yeah, you know what, that's fine. That was add maneuver, that was the wrong button. Warp to here. We've got 10 minutes still to get ourselves in position. So I'm going to let this play for a little bit. Let us maneuver into our position. And we'll be set to hitting the braking. Okay, so we're 8 minutes in. We're still way too far out. If I hit the burn now, it'll probably throw this off and I'll waste more fuel. So let's jump to 4 minutes from further along the course. So it should be only 4 minutes out from target. Granted, we're going to pass the target at 12,000 meters, but 12,000 kilometers, but it's pretty close to target. Still 80,000 out. Distance is still 70,000, 5,000. Can... We have a really high thrust ratio though, so... I'm gonna start a slow burn. Just to shave some speed off as we get closer. So we'll be there and he'll be over here, so we'll miss the target. Up to here. 2, 1. He is only 29,000 out. We have 1 minute to intercept and then quickly into the floor. He's going to be 12k out, that's fine, to be perfectly honest. The closer we get to here, the better. Once he's in like less than 1500, we're in the perfect spot to actually start our slowdown burn. Because we're close enough. Five seconds out, 18,000, 17,000, 22 seconds to the target intercept point, 15k, slow down. Still under test technically. So that should warp our thing to the same match his. Why is that orbit so weird? We should be in near the same orbit as this guy. I'm supposed to be on... Let's prograde to target, so we should try and fasten him now. Well, we've got 12 minutes before we hit the floor, so... This is being very weird with me. So very, very weird with me. Because normally when we get to this sort of stage, we should be we're matching speed with the target. Yep. That's anti-target. Point me at the target, we're going to chase him down. You should only be... You shouldn't be that far away from me. Well, for some strange reason, we have... Where are you target? Well, no atmosphere here, so we won't crash into the ground, put that way. Still not sure why. The usual thing of we set ourselves to match his orbit didn't work. In 3 minutes will be a thing, so I need to retro. Wait, slow down. Again, I'm not sure why it's weird. It weirdly didn't set me in the exact same orbit as target, considering I came in at pretty much the same speed as target, so why was I not the same orbit as target? Riddle me this. I'm going faster than him, so I'm literally going to wait until we get like 30 seconds so I can slow down a lot faster than he can. Because bizarre, I shouldn't have been at such a low altitude. I should have been set for the same altitude as him. If I'm going the same speed he is, thinking we're both only 1,000 feet off the ground here. I'm fine for not kilometers in diameter, so the target should be right there where my backside's pointing. Let's get back down to 50. That's why very carefully negotiate our speed. Just double check my height, altitude. Okay, I'm still set thing. I don't know what happened earlier. Some strange reason it decided that we had to be flying past them. Adjusting heading. Now slow down a bit more because we want to be practically come to a stop in comparative speed to him. See, it gets very temperamental. It doesn't like it when you get to like 0.5. Because like, no, and it doesn't like that anymore. It'll be easy to control when I get smaller. But I don't get smaller while I'm doing all the pesty maneuverings. Still going to be slowing. That's only going to be 2 kilometers up. I remind myself that this is where's our retro? Yeah, next 10.6 kilometers intersect, which is intersect 2, which is coming up in 30. meters, but that's fine because we are anti-target still at the moment. Okay, so if the anti-target's there, then if this thing could not move on the speed of a snail, I might just end up jetting my lower half and rely on the tail on this thing, because we have enough fuel in this to get us out of lunar orbit, and we are smaller. Also, it measures the ground to here. Yep, there's target. So following the tip of our nose cone. I thought it was target there for a second. It's not. It's a mark on the screen. It was an errant pixel. Again, when you get more advanced controlling and it gets better control functions and much better torque controls for controls in space, you will get much better at this because it will go right and it will be more accurate. Ooh, yeah, gotta be close to the ground. I haven't got full target option yet, so stay under 20, mostly under 20 of this. We'll get as close as Chufties with this guy, but we'll keep ourselves under 20. Again, we're back to being minus thingy. What is the deal with our ship? We are in the same orbit as the guy, so why... matching him orbit for orbit, so why are we plowing into the ground and he's going around in a stable circle? We shouldn't have that much fuel. We'll crash in 18 minutes. So let's zoom time about 2 minutes. Not in 2 minutes, but it was close enough. We're doing very small burns. Again, we'll now be back into a stable orbit again. Heading for stable orbit again. It's like, what is up with this thing? Why is it constantly putting me into crash orbit even though I'm matching the target speed? No. We're back to minus, back into positives again. And we've almost got the target matched in matching speed here. Okay, so we should be bang on matching for orbit here. Now we have to unfortunately rotate ourselves around to find him again. At least this is now set up properly. We've got to find him, poke our engines just slightly on a very, very slow burn. We're not in maneuvering mode because we haven't got maneuvering jets. If we did, it'd make it much easier. We're doing we'll be using the monopropellant jets to most slowly position ourselves. Quick. According to this, we can get to, while still maintaining. Come on, almost there. 66. Less than 50 meters. I don't want to go above 20. But in 40 seconds, we need to be slow back down to less than. Slow back down, or we're going to plough in, or a good chance, or we're going to whoosh past him at 20 miles an hour. It doesn't sound like a lot, but we will rocket past him. Again, I'm still using the big main jet engine, the main thrust here to maneuver us. I can get away with the second engine. I have 338 seconds of that. And that's more than enough fuel to get the job done. I mean, we are actually dead level now with the target. In 5 minutes we will come to get within 100 meters of him. You know what? Given how close we are, yeah, that's the right way. I might just jettison the lower half because we are close enough, and this will have a way more effect. We'll have such a small thing for it to move. And it'll allow us much greater accuracy when it comes to maneuvering. So, goodbye. Look how much faster we move. I mean, we had 30 seconds of power still. Come on. I just sung your praise at how much more easily maneuverable you'll be if when. And now you're trying to spinning cartwheels on me. You turned on. Not enough electric charge. Ah, our electric charge has worn off. We are currently on the dark side of the planet, so we're not getting any power to the thing that lets us maneuver easy. Oh, past that by is 7 meters, 6 meters, but how far long till we actually hit the bright side of the planet again? Well, 76 meters apart, we'll be fine. Whee! Boop! There we go. We now have power. And because we have power, this will spin very quickly to where it needs to be. Which is pointing at the target. We're also a much smaller engine, so we're not going to hurtle ourselves at high speed. Little pss of power thrust will net us more results. hit the wrong button there. 56 meters in a minute. See, we're getting much better results. '16, 17, 14, 13. Oh, oh, no. That was close. I didn't realize how close we were to the thing. Get back here! Actually, no, hit the brakes. Point the target and hit the brakes. We overshot him. My bad. Let's just go back to slow this down again. Whee! Apparently we're 66 meters. Again, if we had the thrusters, little jet thrusters on us, we could very gently towards him. We're going even closer this time. How close you ask? Hit the brakes. We're going to be within 5 meters of his ass. In 30 seconds. 4, 3, 22, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, there he is. 14, 13. Technically, if we had the little jet engine, little monopropellant jets, we could get even closer. But I've got to swing my whole body around each time I want to do this. So it's a little awkward. Technically we're parked up in orbit next to each other. But the game wants us to get a little closer. Like, significantly closer. Like, dude. Oh, I should have took these off. I might have loaded them further. I'm close enough that, quite frankly, I can see him waving to me. No, they're the lower half. That's the problem why I didn't want to... I just catapulted him away from me. Because he got close to my engines and the thrust got him. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do parking up next to each other stuff until we get like much better controls for maneuvers. Because okay, we need to brake, and this time not send him catapulting off into the distance. He's right there. I don't have anti-target yet available, so I can't tell it to swap between target and anti-target. If I control by wire, I could literally tell it to do anything I want. Because it would be the command center to control him, not the pilot. We'll just zip along time for a second. I'm just gonna zoom along until we get, like, within 30 seconds. So I can hit the brakes to slow down. Then I'm gonna tell him to get out and come over and say hi. Again, I'm having to manually do this because I don't have access to the thing. Thankfully, we have a ridiculous amount of fuel left because we have using a very tiny amount of fuel to do anything. If that's there, the brake should be here. Right, you. EVA. I don't think that counts as a vessel. Add it. Okay. Come back to me. Ooh, there we go. Up. Down. Left, left. Down, down, down. Come on, one more, one more. One more, let me have it. Grab it. Hello! Hello. Can I come in? Yeah, sure. Well, thank you. I do appreciate you letting me on board. Hello. Hello! There's an old joke you can get for this. I'll save that because I want the science. I'll have a crew report. I'm not going to decouple because I do that now. This makes this whole thing a considerable waste of time. Decouple! And we stick it launched in space for eternity. Whoops. My bad. Right. Target. Target me no more. Where are you? And the test. Right. Give me a prograde, please, for orbit. We're getting out of here. We are out of here. To the moon. Well, been there. Home. Thank you. We want to be. I'm actually going to time warp us over here. Whee! Unset target. That's can be destroyed now. It's not a part of the Gubble program anymore. And I have more than enough fuel for what I want to do. I did that entire maneuver using just the main engine. That shows how much I could skim down the shuttle. There you go. Escape. Moon's escape achieved. I'm going to click on the actual thing because I'm not going to unlock from this. Actually, no, I should be able to tab. No, focus, doing it. Ike, dress, jewel, knife, val, tolo, boop, ball, elo, and the test. There we go. I eventually got back to my ship after doing a cycle of the system, of the solar system. Right, and out of the moon's gravity we are. Hit the brakes. So the moons continue to travel along, and we've stopped. So we're gonna catch the moon. Weird wonky angle moon trip. A bit more. I'm not even worried about this bit. I have more than enough fuel for what we want to do. There we go. Alright, warp to here. A day from now. If I didn't click on there by accident, I would be like, wee, wham, explode. So we go hurtling into the flat atmosphere at high speed. Still only doing like 1,000. We are not getting a lot of... See, so... Well, if I know I'm going to be at there about 30 minutes, then if I go 20 minutes down the line, I got just 10 minutes before we actually get to hit the zone. Okay, we are doing 22,000. But our current thrust to weight ratio isn't too bad. It's getting better, so that's good. As long as it slows us down, hell, I'd love to hit orbit in less than 1,000. That'll be a very smooth entry. I wonder if I actually get away with not even detaching the pod. And again, I don't think the parachute's rated for the whole weight of the whole unit. Even with the engines kicking away, because as we get closer to the ground, we're going to get our ability to thrust away from the planet to get less and less, because we'll be weighing a bit more. 3 minutes in. So you think we take the thruster off, we speed up quite a bit, and atmospheric control on this thing is not that great. Well, if I know it's 6 minutes to minus there, then... Yeah, I was going to say it was 300,000 out still. We are going for water at the moment. So that should put us about here. It won't let us go warping through the atmosphere because we're too fast. So it'll cut the warp down so we get too close to get too close. Go, 162. I'm traveling at 2,000 miles an hour. So they're traveling way too fast. On the plus side, our thrust is getting better. But again, we are traveling pretty quick. We are very quickly heading towards the atmosphere. So I'm just going to stick all my science and research. Alright, I need to... Yes. You're inoperable, so there's no point. Can I get any... No, I think I've already got a thing for being around, for flight, EVA around the planet. I'm not risking info, I'll go wee and fly off. That can happen. We are travelling quite fast. And if he can't hold on, he'll fly off. Especially when we're entering atmosphere. I got this stuff here, and it's completely useless because we're heading for the water. See, despite our thrust ratio here, we are still coming in pretty darn fast. Already at 6,000 here. 60,000, so... And that's where it was having a higher thrust to weight ratio. And our poor engine's doing its darndest to try and push. It's not doing too bad. It is overheating a little bit. I think it was the antenna. Or something, I don't know what, but something was getting overheated there. And that engine I don't think has enough thrust to, doesn't have enough thrust to counteract the impact. It's good for a splashdown though. Burn, engine, burn! You can make it! You can do it! I believe in you! I didn't see that, it's too far away. I believe in you, engine. I think he crashed. He splashed. We are slow enough. We are going a measly 170 on a parachute that was rated to less than 200. So we are sorted. Wow. We've had 2 attempts at this, and it was like taking us 2 hours to do this one mission. I think I lost like half an hour going most of that getting the speed thing right. But this Global Space Program. It's Relaxing Friday. I'm not playing a high octane action game for this day of the week. We are playing mellow. I can concentrate very little on what's on the screen and a lot on what's going on in chats and things like that. We call the mellow yellow. Ba-do-ba-do. We have landed. I can turn this off because quite frankly we can't go anywhere. We have literally no power to do anything but fall flat. Push! I just bashed the controls. I just bashed the keyboard with my leg when I was trying to pick it up. I put the keyboard down for a second while I stretched. Picked it up, smacked my knees. Da ba bum ba ba dum ba da da dum. Oh, plus I got a suborbit flight on the moon, so that's science on its own. Material studies, we got that. We got some money for the parts, and we got. You need to get XP because you need to do Mimos before you get more XP. I should have really set the thing like they gain XP. They gain. gain XP a lot faster. But we can get advanced flight controls. This nets us the next pod. So we can do a lot better pods heading for the moon now. And these, which are handy to pick people up in. More importantly, we got these. Okay, got lander cans, which are interesting enough. Advanced inline stabilizers. But these are the more important things because they provide a lot more thrust. They don't drink fuel very quickly. They're like that's like 0.1, that's 0.1, so that one's a little faster drinking than this one. But yeah, that'll be handy, that'll be useful. We can now do much more accurate landings. I do mean significantly more accurate landings. So I might do lunar test lander again, because I now have access to better things. Like, for example, let's take these off. No, take these off a second. Take these off. Get rid of that. We have now got a pomegranate. Where the Chuffy spawned. There he is. Yeah. Now these are going to scrap because we have a better command system. The advanced inline stabilizer is bigger. So it won't sit above the pomegranate, it sits below the pomegranate. Yeah, it's better. We can also put these things on. These are better because they're omnidirectional. That's cost me more fuel. These are smaller, but for landing on the moon, they are going to be so useful. Because they will help stabilize itself. However, we do now need monopropellant fuel. Engine sports, parts, no. Consumers not receiving monopropellant. Yeah, that's the other thing, we now need monopropellants. Well, yeah, that's another thing. However, 6 tanks of monopropellant fuel, which I'm going to actually place down here. Mostly so that puts the weight down below. There you go. Let's go charge generator, but storage is lacking. You know what? Some batteries might be in order. We do have these rechargeable batteries, but they are not going to be much good on the unit that goes away. So again, we want them down. We don't even need 6, we need 3 at best. Agree with my selection and stick with it. So that will give us a little more mass, yeah, but we are now significantly better. Thrust to weight ratio is not too bad. I might even be able to get away with less propellant fuel, to be honest. See, each one of these things is carrying 20, so currently speaking we have... How many of those? 6? 6? So... We're looking at about 120 in fuel for these things that only drink 0.1 per second, 0.01 per second. I could put the 0.1s in. They would get the job done faster. But also going to the moon, so we have to worry about them. And they are linked to the RC things, so I don't even have to turn them on until we get to there. That is a much more powerful stabilizer, so it'll control you better. Again, we're going to put our parachute on. So, yeah, we are in a much better position than we were before. This is... I know it's not really the most enthralling stream to watch me try and land on the moon, apparently. But we are at least now got a system where we can land on the moon. Which will be good. So these will get me into orbit nice and easy. This thing's weight is not that bad. Actually, no, twice I got there with actually a ton of fuel left over, so you know what, I think I'll actually nick one of these pods off. Risky, but I'm going to deduct one thing of fuel because I don't actually need all of them. That did also just strangely improve their weight to thrust to weight ratio a little bit more. Because we're lighter. No, let's go retarget this to let's be a little bit higher up here because we don't want to attach to the monopropellant fuel tanks. No offense there, but we don't really want them attached to the fuel tank. Those fuel tanks. I am concerned about this bit because this has to launch quickly. Unless I disable the engine. That's the thing, I could disable the engine. Disable that engine when we land, you know, to shut it down, turn it off completely, so even when it goes full thrust, it can't activate. Anyway, we have turbines. 3 of. We're going to get a lot of points. I don't care about my tourists. They can wait until I'm finished with my experiments. Right. We should be getting data from the sludge. Now I want to turn that one on because these are linked to a different system. Wheel running. So he runs naturally on his own. These run are linked to the RCS systems, remote control systems. Our thrust to weight ratio should be better because we're lighter. Granted, this does mean we have lost 0 burn time. We've lost about a couple of seconds of burn time. I don't want to cut down the engine on. I know, I cut the engine on something. Well, it says something that we got to this point and we're already breaking atmosphere. We're already 1,000 meters per second here. We're almost traveling at 2k here. Okay, how's that for burn time? That was like a couple of seconds or 5 seconds of burn, but We are better. Don't need 100. 50,000's enough. 24. 107 will do. Wow, apparently according to this we have to start burning now. How can we start burning now? Just turn it on for a second. Just literally a few seconds to help the system pull itself back into alignment. A3 will do. Start the burn. Not exactly going 50-50 yet, but I mean we can hold the burn quite nicely. And in terms of monopropellant fuel, we used practically nothing. Probably got actually away with a lot of taking some of those tanks off, to be honest. I had like 3 tanks, 60 monopropellant fuel, more than enough. You'd be surprised how much we can get on that. Which would have actually lowered our weight, because it's quite a bit. Would you mind kindly going further up, please? I'm probably going at way too low an angle. Because of the spin rotation of the planet. Actually, if we look at the curve and thing itself, see, we're all the way down here. We were going straight line up, but somehow we ended here, so there's that one for you. We are going to have one hell of a thing. I'm keeping the same angle. I'm going to see if I can pull us up a little. Again, we got there with considerably too much fuel to spare. I actually jettisoned my lower half before I actually spent my fuel tank up. No complain on the speed, but we are technically going the right angle, just at the right speed, right direction. You know, like coordinates on this side, this thing. But I've simply shifted our thing down here so that we are going to sort of flatten our trajectory a little. Again, 4 minutes is only 220. Only 240 out of a 400 tank. So yeah, we're still really fine on that front. I'm actually ignoring the trajectory, to be honest. I've sort of used that as a guideline. since I know this will net as a flatter trajectory. Imagine that I'm watching. I don't know if it's that steeper thing because we had such a steep angle. See, when you set it up like that, you only see it that way up, you don't quite see how steep the angle is. He's shot off up there somewhere. Yeah, I could easily... Somehow I managed to get this in wider arc than what he came up with. 120. Again, I'm actually setting for a moon shot here. Sort of trying to level my own playing field up. Not that, because I'm nowhere near it. I thought to tell you to go away. Set the target. See, we're still -2 on this thing. So, and that's where its trajectory would have had us way lower down. We'd have been massively too far down. So we want to go to the anti-thing. 7 seconds, but we want to go to the anti-normal. So its trajectory had us like going down. Way too far. And the target doesn't really shift because it's the same direction regardless. It's not like trajectory for pushing or slowing down. 7 seconds there. Another couple of seconds we'll get the other end. Yeah, we're well on our way to getting this lunar trap this time. And this time I've got a system to actually help me land. And not try to plow into the planet. I mean, I definitely had that last time, but you know, this time it's better. We're spot on perfect, so you can go yourself. Now, the annoying little moon's over there. Now we could technically... Oh, which way are we actually travelling? Okay, we're travelling again with the moon. So I could technically put a little burn here. These two have flipped position. That's like a minute though. So like a minute to A3. It's doable. We don't have much fuel left to stop ourselves. Let's see, minute to A3 is 83 seconds. We'd have 17 seconds to hit the brakes. Set ourselves up into a stable orbit. That's one position. If we go to here, because we're traveling in similar direction to the moon, we can technically cut back the fuel significantly and catch it. That's 7 days from now. Four days from now. So the closer we get to our end point, the more, punch we're gonna have. I just keep seeing a little clip like that there. 5 days. Very short window we'll be in and out. So I want a long, archy window. Again, let's do shallow. We have the time. The moon's not going to be in the right position for a couple of days. Yeah, 5 days will do. Prograde, baby. Are you gonna move or not? Power. So why are we locked in? That's why it won't move. I'd tapped the time slip button, so we were technically traveling along. Like, well, let's go scuttle along here. It's like, why are we not changing track? What's going on here? Why are we not changing things? We're currently in time warp. It won't move while in time warp. Nope. Switch that to this for a second, because technically the target is here. It is slowly slipping to the right spot, but again, that's if he assumes you'll be able to thrust, go straight to full burn in like 1 second. So it's feeling like whoop, straight there. So we're just going to get a little closer to time. And boom. See? Well, yeah, no, it looks like that's rocketed up because we are doing it right next to the point, so that's good. We're about roughly 50-50 this, so we get a maximum amount of thrust, maximum amount of, and the most accurate burn time possible. Even if we like when it fell asleep and went and shot straight past it, we just go this whole bit. Whee! No. Close enough. It's spazzing out on us, that's fine. No. What to here? Lunar encounter. There we go. Once more, with fuel to spare. See, target thing is going away now because it's will go into orbit. It can't do anything about that, to be honest. Because we put batteries on, we got a lot of electric charge, so we can go quite a bit before we actually run out of any energy. If I particularly wanted to, I could just leave them there. It would make no difference whatsoever. I like to be level. My brain hurts when I go do it otherwise. I don't even actually care if I'm falling bang on the burn mark, to be honest. We've got 42 seconds to slow down. We have more than enough fuel for what we need. That's about the landing pod. So I don't care if we actually overshoot this. My country mile. Thank you. We also let's put an unmanned pod up here. Should be a little harder because it won't have the access to a lot of things. That's where the fly-by-wire control thing comes in handy. I'd love to try and get it on a spot that's fairly flat. I'd love to actually get this within parking distance of the last flag. Again, we're going to do the same thing again, get ourselves in range. This time, however, as we come down to land, we're going to turn the RCS on when we get to a certain speed and altitude, because that will essentially allow us to correct and stay corrected. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Okay, in fact I've run out of fuel. That's kind of what we wanted. So yeah, you enjoyed this correctly. Whee! Goodbye. Wait. Yes, I panicked then for a second. Thought, wait, do I still have an engine? See, it says we're going to be like 19. We've entered the Badlands, we've left the Badlands. Yeah, I said 800,000 up, so 80,000 up, so we're more than what we have. I can push that. Slows us down. At that speed I can go for 1,400 seconds at this. We'll have crashed long before I got there, but So, let's get down to. You're a nice flat zone to land on, to be honest. The flatter the better. Less wobble. So I've still got 3 minutes of burn. 3 minutes 10 seconds. 3 minutes 16 seconds of burn left on me. We are at 300. That's 70,000. The speed at which we actually accelerate is pretty quick. So, let me find it there. Hit the burn. See, we're, 30,000 here still, and we're at 300. Again, my goal is to get to roughly within 9k before we hit under 100. Because I can drop the 90 in like a second or couple seconds. Let's go down to the teens. So this will again set us quickly. We can hit the we can decelerate faster than we are. They're actually descending. So there are better. The next ones off of these are even better than these. They are fantastic. They also fold up like that on themselves. But they are they can take a lot rougher landing, have better shock absorbers, and just generally land you better. See, we've already shot back down under 100 here, and we've still got 100k to go. Almost under 100. Let's see, 10k, 9,000. We can keep this up for another 2 minutes. Easy as pie. Let's see, what sort of zone we're looking at the landing here. I'd like to be more towards the centre of the ball. It's unfortunate. 70,000, going 78, so 7,000, so we should soon shift from orbit to surface. I'm gonna wait till we get a little closer. I mean, we have got more than enough. We got more than enough monopropellant, to be honest. We've barely used any. Now we are travelling nicely. Again, I'd like to be more towards the bowl centre of the bowl. I suppose it isn't too bad, it's not that deep a crater, so it's not a really deep one. On the ridge though. I'm going to turn the RSCs on. So go to stabilizers and keep us stable. $2,000, still going 50, which is fine. Actually, we'll get scientists out here and get some lunar rocks. Lunar sample, we can do that now. We can... Yeah, we can take samples. They'll go and sort of keep us stable. Again, I'm trying to make sure we got like the slow descent, so we get like over 100. I can go less than 10. My optimal goal. I think that's what my legs can handle. These legs can handle about a 10ish. Really soft at a 5, but a little harder to keep you stable. $200 up, about 7. Nope, I want to accelerate, I want to decelerate. Yeah, nice. Soft landing. Come on. You were supposed to help me. I'm guessing these weren't strong enough. Yeah, they're likely to do virtually no mod propellant. So they may not... Okay, so they may not have been actually strong enough. Darn. Can anyone actually get out? Yes. Thank you. I'll send you out because you're going to do the thingy. Let go. We're like feet from the floor. That's going to be interesting. I want to... Roll us over. Roll over. Not entirely sure how safe it's going to be, so pop this down here. Pull that. Doing that one. I think I can't make these so you can carry more. But it seems like only have a certain weight limit, which is sad. Okay, final piece. I'm really sad because the thing fell on its face. If I get this back into orbit, it'll be a miracle in of itself. Required power unit produced, none. Yep, that is now generating science. Take surface sample. All that. Get an EVA. Nope, I don't want to do that. Get an EVA report. Thank you. Attempt to get back into the pod. I don't have the ability to do anything other than float up and down, so... Grab. Bored. Hi. Disable you. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Up. There. No. First hop distance 14 million. 11.4 million meters. Yeah. Com signal. Science production for this thing is pathetic still. I'm not losing my best Kerbal. I'm not losing my best pilot. That is no. That's a no-no. I'm just really annoyed that this damn thing still fell over. You go all the way there and it went bleh and fell over. You annoying little... Okay, that... They were too weak. They used practically no fuel to burn, so they... These are slightly bigger. I think I can put 2 on and it will stabilize them fully, but... Come on, I got 6 legs on this thing. I'm not putting any winging legs on. Bum, bum, bum. Again, that was a perfectly good landing and did its job perfectly fine. You know what, I could just for giggles. Do that and then add in some... Do that. Just for giggles. Because these would add in a little extra thrust. This is going to be hilarious. Finally, they're all set to trigger at the same time. Well, these will burn out before these do. So I'm going to separate them off to there. So that when they burn out, these will drop and this will keep thrusting upwards. And they should apart beautifully. But given my current track record of rockets flying the way they're supposed to, I'm going to assume immediately they're going to go and wobble and explode on each other. Whee! Technically, I kept all the thrust into one location, one straight angle down, so we are going to be going at some rate we are going to be going like the clappers, baby. We are going to be going that fast. It's going to be hilarious. We're already nearly at 5. Now they're going to lose the extra thrust from those, so that's going to cut down the amount of thing, but they'll now become dead weight. Ooh! Oh, they exploded, but they did nothing. I'm not sure what happened there, but they went kapow, but didn't detonate or break anything. Everything's still here. Go dudes! Burn like that, a couple of seconds. That has put us all the way up here. So we are even further out now. Not bad considering it was a bit of rubbish. It was a spur thingy, but... Oh, come back. Yeah, 6 minutes to get this set up right. 150... 125, that's fine enough. Be there in 6 minutes, got a burn of 4 minutes 11. You know what? I'm happy with this. This is that was actually a better launch than I was expecting, to be honest. Oh, imagine if I had 2-stage rockets these guys. I'm gonna push this out. It's a little longer on the burn, but it makes me feel better because I don't trust that this is going to not try and push me to the planet. Aiming the planet for this, so. I've adjusted my thing just a little bit because they get a bit more level, which is fine. So we're not quite so blipped down to the floor. We'll set off about 2 minutes 50. Again, this doesn't take into account of how fast you get there, so... The new one does. One thing I do like about the new Kerbal Space Program is that it does take into account how fast the actual burn time. Which is nice. I do like that feature. It gives you a little countdown, like start going, 3, 2, 1, go. And when to stop. I'm determined that before the end of the stream we are going to land this test thingy on the moon and then go home. Gosh darn it, we can do it. I've landed on the moon twice. Technically. I have landed on the moon before. It was a perfect good landing. I got even more shots than last time. Granted, we are much long. I want to leave the comms unit behind so it can ping. It can bounce the data for us. Again, I am going to be putting a satellite on them around the moon to do that exact job. So who knows, maybe it'll go, you know what? And it won't make a difference. Regardless, we're burning fine, our fuel is fine. I think we actually got up here a little higher with a little less fuel, using less fuel because we put the extra burners on. Did make the rocket a little more expensive, but you know, under 100 grand, bargain basement bomb rockets. Ah, that's what we should call our launch center. Our Kerbal center setup. Bargain basement rockets. We get you to the moon or explode. 50-50. On that, which one's going to happen? We either get you to the moon or we explode. If we can't get to the moon, we explode. Bargain basement rockets. Moon or explosions. See if we can push the line up a little more. I could do some burn here. It would be a better or more cost efficient burn, but quite frankly we're almost there. No point at this point, we are almost to the required oval we need. Again, I always like to make it as an ovoid egg shape because it's better for your slingshot because you get a bit more speed on it. Shorter burn for orbital maneuvers. You want to use a slingshot, essentially. Would you kindly mind getting your keister out of the planet now? Oh, I've never seen such a lazy thing in my life. Yes, he's happy as lark. Want to stay inside the planet. He's 60, 50, 40, 30. Two. Yeah, it's going that because the thing's going wee over there somewhere. Right. 1.6. That's pretty good, actually. 0.1's better. 0's fantastic. See, we got more than enough electricity, so we don't have to worry about power generation for our advanced stabilizer. It's bigger, but it's stronger, so it does the job better. One second burn. Literally 1 second burn. Whee! Bunk. See, I had slightly time warp, like to get you in X amount of time. Bullseye. Bullseye. Okay, so if we do the same thing again. I mean, technically speaking, we could ignore the moon and go straight for Mimos. It's a lot easier to land on. So the moon needs to shift in his orbit a little. That's about right for what we want. So 3 hours, so 3 cycles away from now, we'll hit the required point for a 55-second burn. That gives us 40 plus to get the slowdown on the engine. Technically, the target zone is telling us we're going to be at that point. See, that tells us where our prograde is now, based on where we are. The target point will tell us where our prograde is at the point, at the node, point of the maneuver node. Still several days out. We've done quite a few lots of the planet. Take us out a very slow burn. But I don't need to. That was just literally to help us get into a bit more to where we want to be. There's about 10 seconds between us and it, so. Which is fine. Yeah, when you get the ability to actually do target maneuver mode, it's great because it automatically clicks and it stays locked on where the maneuver tells you to go. Here goes the AP. Whee! That's barely moving. But that's because where we're burning is to throw that end up. Okay, we're going for a freaky landing cycle again. Okay, so while I appreciate and like the idea of us doing this, I think I would like the idea of us, not plowing into the planet a little more. Call me funny, but I appreciate not headbutting the planet at high speed. I'm just funny that way. I also like to be on this side of the planet when it's at the final burn. See, because we've got the solar panels, we can't actually run out of electricity. The batteries keep recharging. And catch. Again, not sure why we have the freaky landing angle multiple times now. Technically, I could just hit the retrograde to stop the brake and just land. Try and go for a landing. Oops. Well, not really the exact orbit, but it'll be better than what I got. I did overshoot the mark a little. I pressed the wrong button. And was still shooting away at ×5 speed. Whee! As long as our pull axis is not minus. Well, what should do, to be honest. Let's go play in retrograde. We'll go 56 minutes, because I think we'll still be on the sunny side. And we'll see if we can't just, like, get lucky and nail one of these spots. We're going to speed up again before we get there, but we also want to get rid of the lower half of our engine, so... Get to about here. We should only speed up to about 300. And we still got the main engine, so we can still burn the main engines and get ourselves a lot slower. And current altitude 200,000. 100,000. About 90,000. So go. Got 16 seconds of this. For this engine, and then we go for the much lighter, much smaller engine that'll burn us the rest of the way. 2, 1. Poof! On the way! Whee! Still 80,000. We flew last time. We can get there with fuel in the tank still. So it would have been much better if we had got the fuel tank and not had to dive bomb, not had to then crash our face into the planet. That would be nice. Time warp away up to 20,000. Okay, so we're back to 300, so we're going to burn. You can sort of get away with, hold on. Boop. Sort of get away with, like, being on the, in the 20s, because like I said before, if you can actually slow down under 20k with this thing, so. Because our weight thrust is still 2.7, 2.8 now. So we are pushing twice, if not nearly thrice what we're currently our weight. That should be fine. And he's like, oh, we're still at 200,000, 20,000. It's like, yes, we may still be over 200, going 260. But we're all just going to the 19s, and we're almost into the hundreds here. Before we hit 10, we'll be down to nearly 100. And that's not too bad, because quite frankly, we're still going very high up, and still going very fast. I'm not going that fast, to be honest. Case in point, we've almost caught up. We can keep this for a while. And countermand it. We'll also get to like the low thingies, like 6 or 7 before we actually slow down to a crawl. Otherwise, it will take us forever to drop. We could be sitting here waiting half an hour. Just get down there. Shift the surface. Not looking too bad for a target though. From around here. Gears down. Again, the next ones up are far better at this. They are really good at holding you up. To the point which is defy logic. Oh no, it's still going over 100. Like, yeah, but I can slow down to 30 very quickly. We haven't used the RCS the whole trip. So the lower down we get, the slower that's dropping, so we're actually having more and more time to get the job done. There's our dot. Turn those on. At their strength, they should be more than... Can't remember what... Actually, no, I'm not going to touch that, because I can't remember what button actually makes you go upwards. In docking mode, you can make it do a weird little dance. See? We're still doing 10.1 here. And I've got to go 1,000 to go still. Just stop it from going faster than to much higher than 20. Again, we don't care if this fuel tank runs out. This one runs out because when it gets there, it has like virtually nothing left in the tank because it's not taking us home. It's just that it gets here. Actually, I think on the flatter territory as well. Much flatter ground, which is nice. Makes a bit of a waste now that I put the RCA things on it. $400, $300. $200. Let's drop it down to less than 10. Nice, steady, slow descent. This case not that flat, but it's flatter. No, you don't. Your munchkin set me in the wrong point. I was almost perfectly. Nope. Damn. Okay, I don't know what's going on here, but we were like nice and neat in this one. And died on this. I wonder if one's engine on one side sort of pushed us off in the wrong direction. They were pushing that way and that way at the same time. Well, we're yet to get unfortunately, we haven't yet done that. Darn! Maybe it's because of the sheer size of our pod. But I need at least... I mean, we're so tall and gangly, it might be the sheer number of these things. Because they're omnidirectional. I mean, these are linear. So they go and push one direction. So these things go like that and they pop on, like, so for example if you do that, there'll be six-way thrust, and it'll only go in those 6 directions. So if the system needs to push that way, it'll only be able to fire that one, that one, that one, and these, and that one, and these won't fire because they're not on the right side. I mean, that technically would get the job done. Well, and given the consumption rate of 0.2, they are stronger than these, which are omnidirectional. I still didn't use my monopropellant tanks the entire trip. B4. I think 4-6 is overkill. So that's better in terms of weight. So that's actually lightened the load. Quite a bit. Not got as much fuel for these, but you know, I'm only really activating them right near the end to sort of help balance it out. But sadly, that's going to have to be it for this one, I'm afraid. We have run out of time. Again. We will eventually get this darn thing to land. I mean, I am also wondering if I should make a squat version? A squatter body? So it's got a wider base, so it's much harder to topple over because it's got those... Oh, like a general rule of thumb. Let's see, adapter, I don't... I think it's the wrong way around for that. Structure... And that was a wider base than that, so if it was set to there... So... Engine? Where are you? So for that, for example... So for example, if that was attached to this... And then these attached... here... Like so... When they push down... It would be to like... clip on, it would hook onto a much wider spot. Actually, that's not a bad design, to be honest, because it would be more spread out, so it would have to, when extended, it would, instead of being like this thing before like straight down angle like that, it's now got a very wide capture zone. Why didn't I think of this earlier? Do we have the bigger rocket engine as well? No, I don't have a bigger engine, bigger blocks yet. Huh. That's actually not too bad an idea, to be honest. Makes the aerodynamics weird, but that's actually not that bad an idea. I think it's as... what's your weight thrust now? .11. I think your weight thrust ratio is a point at the moment, so in space it would be a lot higher. Because it's set to the ground. This is just ridiculous. Huh. You know what? That might be an idea to test out, to be honest. I might do a quick off-stream thing, or a quick stream tomorrow night. And, test to see if this one actually, hooks on properly. Because if this does the job proper... that would be a bit of a coup. On my part. Because it would allow me, it would allow the, I actually wonder why I didn't try that earlier. It makes sense, because the wider you spread out, the wider, if you've got a tall structure, you want a big, wide base to capture. The wider the base is, the wider its landing pad point is, its area of grabbing, the harder it is for it to topple over, because its own width at the bottom stops it from being top heavy. Which is half the problem. Is try to capture a narrow base, capture a tall object on a narrow base. If you've got a tall object, you want a wide base. Because it'll support it better. Why didn't I think of that earlier? That makes me feel dumb. Because I didn't think, oh, why don't I just make it taller? Make the, I mean, technically it's taller. Now, again, do I need that much fuel? Because there's the thing, I could technically put a shorter one in. That's 180, so that's double this one. And we were nearly landing. We have nearly landed twice now. With plenty of fuel to spare. The second thing of doing this is that when this is lighter, it'll have a better thrust to weight ratio. Better weight to thrust ratio, stupidly enough, the better weight to thrust ratio, the that won't change because save it anyway. But the better the weight to thrust ratio, the better its engine will perform. Damn. I just want to land on the thing, get off and do the research on it. Research data. And I'm beginning to wonder if I should actually bother with lander style if I'm going to put an unmanned probe in space anyway. That's going to hover around the planet, pinging data. Well again, actually no, if I don't... See, the problem is it won't always catch the data relay, so you actually need one... Actually, it needs sort of like a triangle formation. So that no matter what happens, there's always one satellite on each side of the planet, high enough that it's going to make a triangle so it can be caught You can catch one of the satellites at any time. It also makes it much easier when you're doing unmanned driving. If you can catch a relay from the other side of the other side of the moon. But anyway, that's all, folks. I shall catch you all next time. I'll see how this whole YouTube streaming malarkey goes. So until then, I'll catch you all later.